Welcome back to Frontline Echoes, where we explore the realities, mysteries, and lessons written across the battlefield of history. And today we dive into one of the most enduring military questions of all time. Why is invading Russia during wartime almost impossible? From Napoleon's Grand Army to Hitler's Wehrmacht, some of the most powerful forces ever assembled collapsed under the same combination of geography, climate, and relentless resistance that has defined Russian defense for centuries. And the story begins with Russia's sheer size, a vast, sprawling territory that stretches so far across plains, forests, and mountain regions that any invading force finds itself increasingly isolated, its supply lines thinning until even basic resupply becomes a struggle. Invaders may seize cities, but holding them becomes a nightmare as troops spread out too far to reinforce each other, while defenders retreat deeper inland, relocating factories and vital industries beyond reach, just as the Soviets did by shifting production to the Ural Mountains in World War II. The land itself becomes a weapon, an endless expanse where guerrilla fighters ambush convoys, sabotage rail lines, and vanish back into terrain that outsiders struggle to navigate. Then comes Russia's notorious climate, where winter has historically frozen armies in place and turned modern machinery into useless metal. Temperatures drop so brutally that unprepared invaders face breakdowns, frostbite, starvation, and the collapse of morale, conditions that famously devastated German forces in 1941 as they pushed toward Moscow, only to be halted by a sudden, deadly freeze. Even before winter, the Rasputitsa, the season of mud, swallows vehicles whole, slowing armies to a crawl while defenders regroup for counterattacks. Beyond weather and distance lies Russia's defensive resilience, a combination of military strategy, civilian mobilization, and sheer determination that has repeatedly overwhelmed even the strongest invaders. Forces have reached Moscow before, but the deeper they push, the more they face counterattacks, encirclements, and the logistical impossibility of holding conquered ground. Geography adds another layer of protection through forests, rivers, mountains, and seas that funnel attackers into predictable routes, allowing defenders to strike with precision. In the modern era, nuclear capability and high-tech defense systems amplify these challenges to unprecedented levels. From sabotage deep behind enemy lines to the ability to mobilize millions in wartime, Russia's defense model makes conquest not just difficult, but nearly unthinkable. History shows that the nation's greatest ally has always been its land, its size, its seasons, and the unbreakable resilience of the people who defend it. And together these forces ensure that invading Russia is not merely a military challenge, but a journey into one of the harshest war-fighting environments on Earth. And if history has taught the world anything, it's that those who underestimate this reality often pay the highest price. Thanks for watching Frontline Echoes. If you enjoyed this deep dive into military history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories from the front lines of the past and present.